everybody. We are here with the Howard Showtime fans. It's the fifth quarter night, Kyle. We're going to be going live with the Chicago football class. Can you tell me a couple of things that you're expecting to see tonight?
Yes, I'm expecting to see great performances from everyone here. This is probably the best venue or the best opportunity for everyone that's represented here tonight. You're going to hear some great shows from every program. We're going to put on a great show. We're going to represent them. While I'm very, appreciative of everyone that's here, we're going to do well. I'm very proud of the program that we have, and I stand here not only representing myself, but I represent all female college band directors that are out there right now. I'm one of 3 in the nation, and I want to shout out Miss Rhonda Harper and Miss Phaedra Cousins. Rhonda Harper's at Lincoln University, Phaedra's at Virginia Union. We're going to show them that women can play with the big
I'm so glad you brought that up because I was about to say there's not that many black women as well as women, period, in as a head band director position. Why do you think it's so hard for everybody to accept or even approach a female band director, in this 2015 time of year?
Well, as female directors, we have to be tough. We have to act like women, but we have to think like men. A lot of women wear emotions on our sleeves. We have to keep the business oriented. One thing we preach in Elizabeth City is that we're family first, but we also run a hardcore program. And a lot of times they want to see that a female can be tough, that we can take criticism, and that we're not going to always wear our emotions on our sleeve. And I'm here to show you that I can handle the big guys.
Caroline University with MilRo Entertainment at fifthquarter.com. They're about to play for you live and in person. I'm live with Shag Nice from Power 92.
What's up? Afternoons, that's right, 3 to 7 p.m. You know it.
All right, well, you were basically the host for tonight's event tonight, this afternoon. Tell me, in your opinion, which band did better, Morgan or Howard?
You know what? I'm going to stay biased and wait for tomorrow, man. Battle of the Bands, Soldiers Field, 3:30 p.m. Kickoff. Make sure you get your tickets. Don't miss the action, man. It's going to be crazy.
Hi, I'm live with Governor Pat Quinn here at the Chicago Football Classic. Tom, what are your views today for the Battle of the Bands for Howard University and Morgan State University?
Well, we're blessed in Chicago, Illinois to have Morgan State and Howard, their bands battling out at halftime. Beautiful weather today. That's what it's all about. And this is the Chicago Football Classic, 18 straight years. It's all about kids going to school, doing well in school, applying to college, getting through college. We really want to help young people go as far as possible in life.
And I know it's a great thing because HBCUs are, and the state right now is, we have a lot of concerns, and I want to make sure we keep encouraging our students that HBCUs as well as PWIs are still available for their educational needs.
Well, it's really important to have scholarships for students who have the ability to do college work, get to college, and be able to afford it. I think that's a big issue in our country. When I was serving as governor, we try to do scholarships as much as possible to help deserving people, young people in particular.
Well, thank you so very much. MilRo Entertainment, fifthquarter.com. Thank you so
I'm
much.
here live with Lamar Gunn, current president of NAACP chapter here at Dover, and I know he has a lot of comments and thoughts going on about the trial right now. Anything that you'd like to share as you witnessed it?
No, I think both sides did a great job, and now we're just patiently waiting the decision. I think the wheels of justice will turn, and everyone that could clearly see and is a conscious American will do what's right here, and that's return the guilty verdict.
What are some of your thoughts on some of the police testimony? I mean, as some say, he meant to kick him in the torso.
I mean, I was born at night. I don't know who else was, but it wasn't last night. We all know that's just some lawyering, creative lawyering. The guy has to do what he's paid for. Anything possible to create a reasonable doubt. I think all of us could clearly see, unfortunately, Officer Webster kind of size him up for the kick and, render it straight to his head.
And now I just kind of think that's just leaving the door open for I meant to shoot him in the leg when you get shot in the head.
Well, if that's your aim and you meant to kick him in the stomach, yeah, I'm concerned as well with your
Thank you
fire
very
mark.
much. Let me ask you another question. Since you brought it up, of not getting registered voters, what is one of the things that NAACP, may have in their initiative to get more registered voters for this 2016 election coming up?
Well, we'll be very active. Our goal is 20,000 voters that we can actually touch in a moment's notice.
All right.
And that is what we're working on. That's what you'll see a full court press first quarter of 2016. We will also be controlling the debates and bringing people to the neighborhood to talk about what's important, not just at the college campuses and wherever else is convenient. We will be holding debates right in the thick of things where people live.
All right.
We want to make sure that we can be heard, and we won't just be voting blindly this year. We won't be voting straight ticket Democrat. We won't be voting straight ticket Republican. We'll be voting on candidates that don't just think about one community, but that care about all communities. We'll make sure that we'll have a list of demands that we hold people accountable to.
All right. Well, thank you so very much for your time, Mr. Gunn. I always want to say MilRo Entertainment coming out and the outside of the jury deliberation. Well, hello, gentlemen. How are you doing today?
Doing well. Thank you.
All right. Well, right now we have a lot of things going on in the city of Dover that we would like to just basically get your input on and how your feelings and basically your opinion. One of the hot topics right now is the rehiring of some of our police officers after being on paid leave. What are your feelings on that, Roy Seller?
I feel it's a shame. I believe that what ISIS is to America, the justice system is similar to that for African Americans. It's killing us. It's a threat to our community and way of life.
Anybody else would like to chime in on that response as far as, some of the things going on as far as the rehiring of police officers or said thereof, or some of the police action that's going on in the city?
Well, you just got to look at it from a justice point of view. And injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. That gentleman was arrested and he was prosecuted. It just so happens he was found not guilty of the offense that he was charged with. And I'm speaking only on that offense because that's all I know. So that offense he was charged with, he was found not guilty. So if you are arrested and you are tried, and the next thing you know, you're found to be not guilty, should you not be given that opportunity to go back and continue in your career? Yes, his actions warranted better judgment. I'll put it like that. But I wasn't there. I didn't see anything other than tape. And the tape itself was, I could say egregious. And I think that would be an adjective that would be accurate. However, by a jury of his peers, he was found not guilty. So should he get his job back? I think you should get your job back if you were under those circumstances. I should get my job back if I was under those circumstances. Roy should get his. Everybody should get theirs. So that's my opinion on it.
Okay. Would you like to make a statement on that?
I think there's a bigger question. Should he get his job back, or is the department reflective of the people which they serve by hiring him back or allowing him to come back? I agree that when the legal system works for us, like OJ was found not guilty, people celebrate it and dance in the streets. But now when it works for someone else, then they don't want it to work the way it should. He was found not guilty, like what Mr. Taylor said, he was found not guilty. And this is a land of opportunity and second chances. Many people of faith always argue about second chances and giving people second chances. He should receive his second chance. The big question is, are they reflective of the community that they serve? And I say the community in which they serve isn't reflective of them. We have to stop worrying about who is policing and start getting our children involved in law enforcement, pushing our children into the criminal justice system if we feel that the criminal justice system is not reflective of our issues and our plan.
And I'm here live with Mr. Melvin Miles, band director of Morgan State University. Wow, it's been a long time since we had a chance to talk, sir.
It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute.
I'm going to say, how do you feel being back here at Delaware State University today?
Well, it's always reminiscent for me. I went to school here for 2 years. I came here as a student in '68 and I stayed to 1970, and I enjoyed my stay here. And so it's always nice to reminisce, to come back. Some of my teachers are still here, and so I get a chance to chat with them a little bit. But it's good. It's always good. I started my college career at Delaware State, and I'm proud of that. It was really good years here.
Well, I really understand how, that little piece of you is still here, but now the big piece of you now has been at Morgan State University. You've been there how long now as the band director?
I've been working with the band program for like 43 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a few minutes. I think it's 43. I started in 73, so you guys can do the math. Okay.
Well, with some of those things being said, the whole state of the whole marching band programs at different universities and HBCUs haven't been as supported as they have in the past. Do you agree with that statement?
Well, I think that schools are always universities are all over are always in a state of evaluation and deciding what they want and what they don't want, and what they need and they don't need. And as funding becomes more and more difficult in places, as well as data being the day of the day, the thing of the day. Graduation rates, retention rates, all those things are a part of what schools need to include in their focus. So it becomes more and more difficult in terms of doing that. The other thing is state schools. I think private schools have always had some issues with it, but I think state schools have used to get funded by the state in certain kinds of ways, and that's winging a little bit. And I think that the wave of the future, if you're going to have great programs at universities, particularly historically black universities, a lot of funding is going to have to come, a lot of support is going to have to come from alumni, and them giving in very good ways to keep programs and help programs going. And that's just not for bands, but that's just for the universities, period. I think that we are now in a different age and a different time where money's a little tight, or money's being redirected in ways that universities feel that they need to do to be more competitive.